Hi y'all. I just wanted to stop by and give you a quick video of something I'm thinking about. I think that so far we've covered like a DIY deodorant, and I've covered baking soda versus baking soda free, and in relation to your body chemistry, irritation, as well as how essential oils can sometimes play into that. And we've touched a little bit on greenwashing. Um, I guess the other little quick just example I would give you about greenwashing is that, like, so say for example, you have a company that's getting into sustainability and they have a refill case that is plastic covered with aluminum, and they want to say, oh, we have plastic free, it's an aluminum case, but yet it's really just a plastic covered in aluminum. Now, honestly, I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with is the fact that they just don't say, we have a plastic case and we're trying to reduce single-use plastic. They try to package it in a way that's very greenwashing. Also by trying to say we have natural ingredients, when none of the ingredients are organic. They're using kind of just the ingredients that have been found to be popular in natural deodorants, like arrowroot powder and shea butter and coconut oil. But again, they're using fragrance, which we've already talked about petroleum too, and all of the brands that kind of hide behind petroleum, whether it's in ozarkerite or whether it's in fragrance. So those are kind of some of the things we've already talked about, but I really want to talk to you about suspect ads. So something that's I've kind of really been following for a while and looking into and researching is, are these just ads that do not look real? And I think they're very misleading to consumers. So I can just give you an example because, again, I don't own a brand right now. So I feel like I finally got the liberty to just say what I need to say. But in 2015, I started seeing these ads, and they were ads that was like women in fitness or healthy homes. They were definitely geared towards women, like women in fitness, healthy homes, and essential oils, just things like that. And you would see when you would click on them that they would be these blogs that didn't have a whole lot of history, and you couldn't really trace back to if this blogger was authentic or not. But their ads would say, we've tested 5 different deodorants, or they've done that in other brands now, like we've tested 5 different essential oil companies, we have tested 5 cleaning laundry products, we've tested 5 hair care products, or these were voted #1. And the funny thing is those blogs typically are controlled by a brand and they're not disclosing it. So it's kind of almost like writing a fake review, but they're controlling these small tiny blogs, and you don't know if they're really doing real testing, but they all say the same, so it's very suspect. And when you go and you click on their websites look like the same format. They look like the same font and kind of like, logo type, the same type of website. Sometimes the majority of them will have like a made with love in a certain city, like San Francisco typically. And what I kind of came back to, and I've still seen these same ads since like 2015, and now we're in 2024, is there was at one point, ads that I was seeing just like this. But then when Native got acquired in 2017, all of a sudden those same ads, I would see that they had to put a Native company or, healthy home fitness by Native. And I was like, wow, like the larger company made them actually disclose that those blogs were being controlled by the company. But then you see these other companies that seem very, very similar now since that company, and they're doing kind of the same thing. But they're not disclosing it. They're very misleading. I feel like it's very suspect. And I just don't think it's fair to the consumer that they're not like real testing and real kind of reviews. So I'm just going to name them really quick, and you can kind of see for yourself. And in the comments, I'll post some pictures of just ones that I've taken throughout the years where you can see that it said Buy Native, and then you can see the other companies now that are doing the same type of suspect ad tactic, and they don't disclose that they are actually controlled by a certain company. They just make it look like it's a really transparent blogger who is saying this. So I would say that, I had to take some notes. Whether they've said we've been tested, we've been voted #1, but they basically, one's called Clean People. One is called Routine Hair Care. So Clean People's a laundry strip company for laundry. Routine Hair Care. There's one called Revive Essential Oils that has the same type of ad, same type of website. And then there's one called Molly Suds, which I'm pretty sure has been lumped in with some of these companies that have been acquired by the person who started Native. But and then there's one other that I just saw recently called Kino, and it's like a whole body deodorant. And of course, who do you think the first competitor is when you see this ad? It's like Kino was voted #1, and no one's ever heard of it. And then it's like Loom was voted #2. And honestly, when you look at the ingredients of Kino, some of the blogs and the ads will say that it's natural, but it's not natural. It's not organic. And they're just using the same type of tactic again. They, just on a whole different note really quick on whole body deodorants, there's not one that I've found that I would ever put on my body, let alone up in my body. So that's just to say that right now. But anyhow, I just wanted to stop by and talk to you about the suspect ads. I will put some pictures again in the comments so you can kind of keep an eye out for some of this format of ads to look for, just to kind of maybe even ask them in the comments, like, you know, who owns this blog or who tested it, and just start asking like real questions, because you really can't get the answers. And I think it's super deceitful and super misleading. And I don't think that that is a place for, you know, honest marketing. And that's just what I'll say about that. But I do have some amazing news coming soon that I want you to stay tuned for. So, you know, I've talked a lot probably about like downer stuff or like things that have bothered me in the industry. And I really, really want to shift the energy and the focus now that I've been able to just kind of get this off my chest with everything that's happened, everything I've been exposed to. And I want to do something different. I want to bring something to you that's super near and dear to my heart and very positive, something I've been working on actually for quite some time, and that I'm super passionate about. And I think you're going to be really excited at what is going to come next. So I want you to stay tuned and share this with your friends, people who, you know, are really interested in truly natural products. And I just can't wait to share it with you. Have a good night.